So two things, and then Simmons' story ended up dominating, but from just a Schadenfreude perspective, obviously it's great to have, the Nets and the Sixers lose in the second round if you're a Celtics fan. But two, also watching the almost complete, like the Sixers went from a total friggin' disaster to the 1 seed with their 2 stars working it out, filling shooters around them, the right coach in there, and everything is fine. And now we got to contend with them, to right back to the same dumpster fire they were at the end of last year with what do you do with Simmons? He's useless. He can't shoot. You got to get out. And it's worse.
And it's a year ago. Split him.
And Doc was miserable in this series, miserable coaching too. And now everybody's freaking out. So go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, when it ended last season and into the offseason, what they did was they prolonged the inevitable, which was having to choose between Simmons and Embiid. And they went out and they got Doug Rivers, and it seemed like he may have unlocked them. And, they obviously had a great regular season. They were sort of clicking there. But then you go into the playoffs, Ben Simmons just refuses to shoot the ball. You can't score if you don't shoot. Shoot your shot. All the analogies in the world. There was just no excuse for this guy to still be scared of shooting the ball from outside the freaking cylinder and even inside the cylinder now. So they're in trouble because they have 2 big issues. 1, they probably have to trade Ben Simmons. 2, they probably have to re-sign Joel Embiid to the Supermax, which pays him like $50 million a year for a guy that has huge injury history.
Jimmy, I'm going to tell you right now, though. Pay that man. There's literally one player on that franchise who showed up when the games mattered most, and that's the guy with the tearing his damn ACL.
They have
that's the word here too.
That's scary, though.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you, I am very, 27 years old going on 37 for Embiid in terms of his health. This is a guy who I do not believe, I don't think his prime years are not going to last much longer. He's 27 now. I don't see him sustaining this level of play for more than a couple of years. I mean, he came in with a cracked back and missed 2 years, right out of college. I mean, this guy is big,
but they have to do it.
And he takes a pounding. They have no choice, but I'm telling you, every year past 30, I don't know what he's going to be like. I really don't know. And Simmons has almost no value at this point. You're talking about a guy.
That's not true.
Simmons has.
It's low, Jimmy. It's pretty damn low.
It's pretty low right now.
He's just making too much, but he's still very, very good.
Well, that's why he has. Yeah, that's exactly why.
But that's the problem. It's the contract, and
he's a specialist. He's not a franchise cornerstone.
Guess what teams don't want to pay for it.
If Ben Simmons was a guy who made like $15 million a year, everyone would be like, we got to get a Ben Simmons type player on our team.
Right.
But he's a guy who, even before the year, ESPN, we talked about that top 100 list. He was 16th on their list. People have him as a tier 2 superstar. He's dude. You look at these guys out there. He's several tiers below, like a Trae Young or a guy, not even close in terms of impact and value. You cannot it's going to be hard for them to reshape their roster on the fly by moving Simmons, because they're never going to get value back.
No one's going to believe that he's ever going to be anything more than a defensive specialist, because he's actually regressed as an offensive force. How the hell do you go from being someone who doesn't take threes to someone who doesn't even dunk the damn ball? There's nothing between you and the rim but air. There's literally nothing between you but air. And I thought it was really telling. When he was asked about why he didn't dunk that in the last game, why he didn't dunk, he mentioned that he thought he might have gotten hit from the back by Gallinari. And then it hit me. He was afraid to go to the freaking free throw line. It's to the point now where he doesn't even look to shoot for fear that he might get fouled. And if he gets fouled, oh my God, I got to take the free throw, the one where no one is guarding me, the one where I stand in the same spot and everyone pauses for me to shoot that I can't make. I can't make that shot.
Practice a billion times, just stand there in the driveway.
I'm not buying the practice.
It's legitimately, it's refusal to do your job. It is your job. And so
He quit in this series.
But you remember Brett Brown 2 years ago? He was like, he's going to shoot it. And I told him he's got to shoot it. And he's got to go out there. And then the next game, he went out and didn't shoot it. He's basically like, they're basically saying, I do not care if you miss. I need you to attempt some outside shots.
Yeah, you saw the process that they were trying to line up for him.
They're like, take him and miss. You got to start taking him.
I can't believe Doc couldn't get him to shoot.
He won't even take him. Like, he refuses to. Like, we don't care if you make them. We want you to fail. Do it. And he won't. He won't do it. It's the most apt nickname for him is coward. The Celtics pinned on him. He's a coward.
No, this was the next level, because this wasn't about him shooting threes or going outside his comfort zone and this and that. It's exactly what Sherrod said. He regressed to a point of just complete uselessness on that end because he didn't want to assert himself, and he essentially quit on this team because he's been relegated out of his point guard role, essentially relegated out of importance on this offense. They're asking him to make secondary passes, cut to the basket, and play good defense. And as a guy who probably saw himself as a star, frustrating. So in 5 out of the 7 fourth quarters, he decides, I'm not going to take a shot here. And that's just quitting on the team. And so everyone
off the floor, if you're going to kill, you have no value to me when you can't take open shots at a time when your coach is damn near on his knees begging you to take open shots. We're not talking about taking threes. I've let that ship sail. I don't care whether he never takes another three. But if
an elbow jumper,
the rim,
I do.
Take a mid-range jumper. Drive to the basket. Do something that shows me you actually care about my team winning.
The contrast against Giannis, taking those elbow jumpers in Game 7 there, hitting a couple big threes, going to the line 14 times in that environment. I was there.
Made 7 in a row. Bang.
I was there. I never heard a chant like that. I mean, credit to that crowd. That chant counting up to the 10 there on the free throws, and then he airballs a couple times early in that game. You were like, oh, no, is Giannis going to go through this too? Yeah, but then he goes and hits.
But Giannis
goes and hits 8 free throws and gets it done.
The difference between them is Giannis's
depressing when I noticed that.
Giannis is like, okay, I'm going to find a way to impact this game. Simmons is like, I gotta shrink. I'm gonna shrink to the background. So Giannis, even through his struggles, he's battling his hands a little bit. He was struggling with his free throws. He wasn't sure whether or not to take jumpers and stuff. He's like, I'm going to will my way to helping my team win because they need me. Simmons is content to disappear on the court,
and his teammates are getting the sense that know what, if you're going to disappear, we're going to ignore you. We're going to pretend that you're not out here.
They're playing 4-on-5.
Right. It's 4-on-5.
And to have the other star player call him out publicly.
Yeah,
I don't remember seeing anything like that.
That does not happen often.
No, that was shocking.
This is the last big game he's ever going to play in. He's not going to Portland in this spot and these contending spots, and even people keep kicking around the Celtics.
Why would a losing team take him?
As a project.
He's a draw.
As a project.
You don't take $40 million projects
because they're losing teams.
Losing teams do. Losing teams do.
Yeah, losing teams do that all the time. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's why they're a losing team.
Yeah.
But let's list the guys the Sixers can get: John Wall, Porzingis, Gary Harris.
To our world.
Yeah. I said that misery loves company.
Watch, it's going to be Simmons for Kemba.
Oh God. You imagine? I asked Bobby that. I was like, hey,
I can't imagine.
Do you think the Celtics could have had a chance?
No.
Well, that's what I said to Bobby. I was like, if the Celtics had a Kemba a little bit longer, do you think they could have flipped Kemba and like whatever to get Simmons?
Wait a second. Would they do that? Would they do Simmons and Kemba and give and take firsts away from OKC? That's not crazy.
Maybe
it's not crazy, but man,
I just don't know. Does anyone have Kemba's medicals? Does anyone know what's going on?
Give me 1 second, Bobby.
Yeah,
it's like teams keep taking them and saying it's going to be all right, and then it's not.
Nope. Don't trade for him. Looking at him now.
Yeah.
Don't
my
trade
God. Oh my God.
Oh, is that a knee? Is that sausage? Oh my God, what is that?
I love Kemba.
I know.
Wish he was healthy.
Yeah,
I do too.
It's tough.
Too bad.
Maybe he will be. Who knows?
I don't know what that trade's going to be. I mean, the CJ Simmons one is okay just because Portland needs defense that badly. But
if CJ played, at Lehigh, so I mean, it'll be somewhat of a homecoming of sorts for him.
Man, they're rough on him in Portland, huh?
They are. I would love for CJ in Boston. Would love it.
He's such a good dude. They hang a lot of their failures on him. They get so.
Well, what's he, 5'10"?
He's a real polarizing player.
I think he's taller. I think he's closer to. No, I think CJ might actually be.
CJ McCollum.
He's definitely 6 feet. He's like 6.
Yeah, he's like 6'1" or 6'2".
He's like
phenomenal.
6'4". What do you mean 5'10"?
Yeah,
he's a smaller guy.
He's tall enough to step out of bounds in the final seconds of the game.
I love him.
Jimmy. Had to go there, Jimmy.
He's listed as 6'3". I thought he was 6'4".
Right?
He grew a lot. When he was at Lehigh, he was very short.
That's what Jimmy thinks of when he thinks of when someone mentions CJ McCollum.
People don't forget.
He's a killer. He's a killer on offense. It's just Portland needs defense that badly that maybe they're willing to talk themselves
Everyone likes that Simmons CJ thing right out of the gate. That's the first one. But anyway.
Hi, guys. Cedric Maxwell here. I want to take a minute to tell you about Marigold Medical. I'm used to keeping my body in great shape, but with arthritis, even the most simple everyday tasks became unbearable. As soon as I called Marigold Medical, I knew I was in good hands. No drugs, no surgery, just an experienced team of caring professionals that wanted to get me back to doing the things I love. Make the call to Marigold Medical and get back to pain-free life.